Hey guys.
Hello.
Anybody there?
So we're going live right now, but Micah's hungry, so we're going to be doing a little bit of multitasking at the same time. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Can you see yourself? Can you say hey?
Say
Say
hey.
Say hey. Right there. Right there. So right now, the purpose of the Q&A right now is we want to get some questions from you all. We've recently launched our Kickstarter for the Sustainable Health Series Volume 1, the Sustainable Diet. And we just kind of want to see what kind of questions you all have and what we can do to present the material better. What are some of the things that you may be wanting to get out of it, and maybe you're kind of on the fence and not sure if you want to actually become a backer on that. But I'm not sure how many of you have watched some of the things that we have put out yesterday as far as live on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. But we basically need backers in order to launch this series, launch this volume. Without the backers, without the support, we're not going to be able to launch it. And we need backers to enable us to be able to develop this project, because it takes time, it takes money, it takes resources to launch this volume. We want it to be a multiple volume series, but unless this first one's successful, there won't be consecutive ones. Yeah, please feel free to put your comments in and let us know what kind of questions you have.
And about anything. It doesn't have to necessarily be just about the sustainable health. You know, we had never done this before, so what questions do you have for us? Let us know. We'd like to hear them.
Yeah, thank you to those of you who watch our vlog on a regular basis. So, like Lacie said, the questions don't have to be strictly for the sustainable diet. They can be about the farm and just some of the things that you see. Whoops.
My fault.
Some of the things that you may see on our vlogs.
Let me set everybody back up here.
So whoops, there was a little bit of mechanical problem there with the camera falling over.
Let me fix it just
Is
a little
anyone
bit better.
checking in with us yet?
I'm not seeing anybody yet.
No questions yet. There's one.
Oh, yeah. Oops, Don.
Hey Don, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
One of our loyal supporters. Always leaving his comments. We appreciate it.
Yes, Just Plain Don, we really appreciate you following us on YouTube, and really appreciate that. So, not sure, Don, if you had a chance to look over anything that we've had on the Kickstarter, but I'm not sure if it's something you're interested in, but did you have any questions about anything on there if you have seen it?
So Bridget was asking about her rheumatoid arthritis flare-ups. One good thing for inflammation, if you want to look into that, is taking turmeric. There's a drink you could do at night called golden milk. You can just Google it and it'll give you a recipe. That's always good for inflammation. I'm not really read up on a lot with RA, so I can't give you tons of advice other than just doing lots of anti-inflammatory foods and herbs. That'll help like knock everything down.
Also, I'm not sure, Bridget, what kind of diet you are currently on, but diet has a big role as far as the inflammation that is going on in your body. And inflammation is what contributes to a lot of the problems that we have, like arthritis and so many other things. So I'm not sure what kind of diet you are on, but I do feel, and I've had success with people who've dealt with so many different things like arthritis, to do the jump start, and they're able to find out what foods their bodies are that trigger these type of inflammatory responses in their body, so that way they're able to take these foods out and keep them out of their diet, and a lot of the symptoms that they have either go away completely or reduced.
And if you remember me going through the jump start, One of the big things for me is lactose. I mean, I know almost instantly if I eat something that has milk in it, because my nasal passages almost automatically start getting really stuffed up. So I know that's one thing for me that I know dairy does that, so I stay away from dairy. But and then you'll find other stuff throughout the Jumpstart, throughout the sustainable diet, that you'll find that just things, random things like oranges and pineapple. They just spike my blood sugar too much, and I actually get a rash from having too much sugar, and they make my rash flare up. So diet is key.
Just Plain Don, I was just seeing that you signed up for it already. Thank you very much. We hope that this will be successful, this Kickstarter, and we definitely want to deliver it to you, so thank you for signing up.
Hey Sophie, hey Mama T, and there's a couple.
Hey James, thank you.
Yes.
Hello. Hope you're having a good evening. And for those of you who I see that, hey James, you haven't caught up with on Kickstarter, there's a link. I don't know if we have the link on the live video that we're doing right now or not, but
I'll add it later.
it is definitely on our trailer, and it is on the last vlog that we did, Best Garden So Far.
Yeah, the garden update, farm update.
And for those of you who are just joining us, welcome. Hope you're having a good evening. Hope you had a productive day today. We're kind of doing this Q&A mainly for our Kickstarter, but it doesn't have to be strictly for the Kickstarter. You can ask questions about what we do on the farm, anything that you may have seen in the vlog. Please let us know. We'll try to answer them if we can. But once again, I'm doing a little bit of multitasking. Micah is hungry, so he needs to eat.
We were hoping that he would be asleep by now, but that was the total fail. So, yeah.
Here recently, Mike and I had gotten into this habit at pretty much every day right now we've been watching the old Star Trek. I haven't seen all the episodes, so what we're doing is I'm getting caught up on that, and that's pretty much the time that he goes to bed. So we sit back in my favorite chair in the bedroom, and we watch Star Trek, and he goes to sleep.
And then I can get other things done.
Tonight I watched part of Star Trek, but he didn't go to sleep. We're a little off schedule today.
Ooh, to replace couscous for gluten-free. You know what? I haven't ran into anything that's like couscous, other than, I guess, you could probably do quinoa. I mean, it definitely has a different taste to it. Millet too. If you've never done millet, it's kind of grainy. It's not my favorite. Mike really likes millet, but that's not what I enjoy.
Some of the three that I like that are gluten-free, but also really good in fiber and also balancing blood sugar is oat bran,
yeah,
millet, and then quinoa.
Yeah, and a quinoa salad is really good. You cook it and then add in all your vegetables and just eat it cold. You can do a little vinaigrette on it. It's really nice.
Did you say hello to Bendy Wendy?
No, hello, Bendy Wendy.
Hello. Thanks for joining us.
So any other questions out there? Questions for us?
You can also let us know what you're doing this evening, how your evening's going. I see that Just Plain Don likes Star Trek too, so there we go.
Chia seeds are another option. They kind of get gelatinous whenever they're mixed with a fluid, a liquid, water, coconut milk. A lot of people make a pudding out of it. So I don't know if chia seeds would be the right texture for couscous replacement, but I guess you could try it.
We've had a couple more join us, and we want to say hello, Silver Moon Acres.
Queen Anne
there we go.
Farms.
Yeah. And once again, we're doing this Q&A because the Kickstarter that we recently launched. Feel free to ask us any questions that you have about our Kickstarter, as well as any questions that you may have about our farm, the vlog, etc.
Bendy Wendy, we're Star Wars fans too. We like Star Trek. Maybe. Okay, sorry about that. Is everybody still there? Hopefully, maybe. We've been having issues with our internet, and it just so happened to go out right whenever we're in the middle of a live stream. So sorry about that.
You move out to the country and you have more problems with internet.
Yes. And here recently, within the past week, a lot of problems with the internet. Let's see.
So
What is the most profitable thing that we grow?
I would probably say
mix?
the lettuce, salad
Mix.
mixes, mostly the salad bowl lettuce, loose leaf lettuce. You can get multiple cuts on it, so I would say that is the most profitable crop that is grown on the farm. Anything that you can cut and it grows and comes again is very, very profitable. And depending on the market, kale could be as well. Let's see here.
Silver Moon Acres, no, you didn't break the live stream. It's our internet access.
It's probably me. I tend to break things, so it's probably me. Right, they're up there. You can check
Leslie M. Have we considered marketing flowers? Yes. I grew some flowers last year. I wanted to grow more flowers this year, but it just didn't happen. We had so much going on that I just kind of planted what I had, and the kids play with them. That's about it.
Hey.
Right now, we just can't add anything else. And that's one reason why we haven't had our normal vlogs the past week or so, is that we just have so much going on, and it takes so much time to put those together that that we hadn't been able to. Anything else?
Time is right now a juggling act there. We really put a lot of energies here recently in trying to launch this Kickstarter that we're doing with the sustainable diet, and just trying to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, talking with Justin Rhodes and coordinating that, and some of the others who are planning to join us, like AJ Almendinger and Wendy Jordan, Mrs. North Carolina. So our goal is to really be working full-time here on the farm and working together, and we're really trying to bring in a lot of experience that I have of combining my experience in the past with fitness and with my experience with farming and permaculture and gardening, and really trying to help people out. I really feel like the sustainable diet can be definitely beneficial to people, to help them find a sustainable diet that is sustainable for the individual as well as for the environment. Right now in our society, our Western nation, we live in we have many unsustainable methods and habits that we do, and really just trying to connect people more to their food, more to the way that their food is grown, and help them to understand that. So that is basically the premise of the sustainable diet that we're trying to do here with Volume 1 of the Sustainable Health Series, the Sustainable Diet. We're trying to teach people and provide them with the material so that they are able to do it.
And also introduce them to permaculture and what that means for them personally. A lot of people don't even know where their food comes from, and they don't even care. And we really hope to get a connection back to where people's food comes from, and get them interested in growing their own food and being a part of their everyday life, and not just something that they randomly think about. And I think Silver Moon Acres asked if you could lose 50 pounds on the Jumpstart. The Jumpstart is just a 21-day Jumpstart. That's what it is. And what it does is it kind of rewires your body. Wouldn't you say?
I would say you essentially could if you're repeating it.
Yeah.
But ideally, the Jumpstart is basically that, to jumpstart you to where on the track of where you ultimately want to go. After the Jumpstart, you ideally want to follow it with a diet that is sustainable. This is why I'm trying to put together and develop, have a lot of the raw material for going on a diet that is sustainable for the individual, and like I said before, for the environment. Just to teach people how to do that.
But you're not going to lose 50 pounds in 3 weeks. That's just...
No, that's not going to happen.
That's not healthy.
No.
That's not anything that we would ever endorse.
Yeah.
But long term, yes, because once your body starts losing, once it gets in that, and you start adding activity into that too, then you will continue to lose weight in a healthy way, not some just lose 30, 40 pounds in a month. That's totally not healthy at all.
Just plain Don, I do think there is a market for unusual vegetables. However, when you go the unusual route, you're mostly focusing on the niche for the people who are looking for the unusual. A lot of times you'll see Curtis Stone, John Martin Fortier, they don't get caught up in doing mostly the unusual stuff. Now, if that's one of those just small things that you want to focus in, I don't think it would be helpful. The most profitable thing to do is focus on the unusual. That would be more something that's fun, hobby, but you're going to be safer staying with the things that are more easily identifiable.
And thank you, Leslie. She says we're a good example. That's so sweet. Oh, that makes us feel really good. We appreciate that a lot.
Those comments really do mean a lot. Cause,
it's what's kept us going sometimes, because having the farm and doing the vlog and just everyday life, it just keeps coming at you, and sometimes your just comments, it really makes our day better at the end of the day, when I can sit down and it's like, did you read that post when somebody said that we were da-da-da-da-da? It's really encouraging to us, and we really appreciate it.
And I just want to add to that what Lacie said. She's
Hello, YB Family Farm.
Exactly right. When we're still, I would say brand new to this, but we're really trying to get this going, and we've really been trying to take our family in a different direction the past couple years to have a life that we truly enjoy living. And when you're new and you're getting started, whether it be vlogging like on YouTube, and your farm's still new and you're trying to do these things, all the encouragement, the comments that people give you, they help you, because it is tough getting started. And Justin Rhodes and many of the others who were just getting started out, I've even heard Curtis Stone say it when he got started out in his early years. But there was times that he just wanted to get in the fetal position and just ball up because it's so hard. But your comments on those times that we are facing those moments like that, your comments help out a lot, and we thank you very much.
And Mama T, how hard is it to cook for others while you're on the jump start? It's just the first few days that that can be a little challenging, but after that you just kind of make it the diet for other people too. So it can be done. I mean, I did it, and so we have a sleepy baby right here. If you can't tell, he gets a little wild when it's time to go to bed.
Leslie, I'm sorry about the connection. I hope it's not on our end. Sorry about that. YB Farm, Family Farm, thank you for joining us. Glad you're here. Silver Moon Acres, your husband is wanting to lose some weight, and he keeps hitting walls. I do think the jump start would help him. If he's hitting walls, there's probably some reasons why he's hitting those walls. I don't know if he's doing a yo-yo or flipping back and forth on diets, but that could be a reason why. So I would suggest doing the jump start for him and maybe looking at a sustainable diet, and maybe you can contact me more, and I might be able to see if I can help him specifically on some things.
He's also exercising. So what is everybody else growing? Anything? Do y'all have gardens? I don't know. I hope our connection isn't going out again.
We're not seeing any new questions coming in, so our connection might be going iffy again, and we apologize about that. Like I said earlier, it's just part of living out here in the country. Okay, we got some new comments.
I was asking what everybody's growing. Yay, it's working again. Okay, good.
Just plain Don. Goji berries, sounds good. Watermelon, tomatoes, this sounds great.
A bit of everything from YB Farms.
There we go.
Do you have any other market gardeners out there?
I'm going to turn the camera just a little slightly.
Go ahead.
There we go.
City. Baby watermelons. Our watermelons that we planted died. Aren't they? I think all of them are dead.
Yeah. YB Family Farm, you ask, will we grow all winter? Let's see. Last year, I think we grew most of the winter. I was able to grow lettuce. I'm trying to remember what else.
Swiss chard. Kale.
I think kale as well. And once it got real cold, we basically did the low caterpillar tunnels, and using row covers, we were able to do that. And we could pretty much grow, be safe with the salad greens and things like that if they're covered during that time. But we can't leave things totally exposed, especially when it comes to December and January. More towards the end of December and January, and then just a little bit of the early part of February.
Yeah.
Don, sorry to hear about your pumpkins. I think mine are about right there with you.
We've had so much stuff die. Oh.
One of the things that I tend to grow well are the lettuce. It is an easy thing to grow. It doesn't require a lot of nutrients in the ground. They're not heavy feeders, so lettuce is a safe one.
And we're still working on soil health, because when we moved here, it was all red clay. There was no brown soil at all. So we're still amending and so getting better year after year.
And Queen Anne Farms, you ask about the best crop for beginners. It goes back to what I'm going to say again. Lettuce is the salad, either red or green, salad bowl leaf lettuce. Very easy to grow.
Mm-hmm. And it's not expensive.
It's kind of hard to mess it up.
Expensive to buy either, and they're pretty. You can get that lettuce pretty much anywhere. The seeds for it.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like Eden Brothers. Anything else? Ooh, kohlrabi. We've never grown kohlrabi before. Green beans for beginners.
I think green beans for beginners depends on how much work you want to do too. So that would be another thing to take into consideration for any crops for beginners. If you have a tight schedule, try to make it as easy as you can for yourself. I don't know if any of you seen the episode that I did about the landscape fabric, but using landscape fabric and putting your crops in that, it definitely saves some time. You don't have to worry about weeding, and if you're doing some type of cut crop, you just cut it, and that landscape fabric keeps the weeds, the unwanted plants, from growing up.
Making things easier. Do whatever you can to make things easier for yourself, because the landscape fabric is one of those things that you definitely need. If you were going to be a market gardener, you definitely need to do that, because it will help out. You will spend less time, because I mean, we used to wash our lettuce twice. We would dunk it, drain it, dunk it again, and then spin it out, and it takes so much time, and you cut into your profit margins, and it's just a lot of time.
Yeah.
Anything else?
How does the jump start relate to aging? How does the jump start relate to aging? I would say, I think anyone can do it as long as you don't have any significant health problems. But as far as aging, I have found that as you kind of age, you're kind of a little more sensitive, and you have a little bit more inflammatory responses to a lot of the trigger foods. So I would say it becomes even more important as you age to know what foods are causing inflammatory responses in your body. That is very helpful information to know. You can do allergy tests, but you know what? On those allergy tests, it doesn't tell you about intolerances and things like that you may have. So it's definitely important to do the jump start or some other type of an elimination diet if you don't decide to do the jump start, that will help you to be able to identify things that are going on in your body that and foods that you really shouldn't be eating. Today I had a chat with AJ Almendinger, and we recorded just a little bit, but that was one of the things that I was able to help him to find out. Is he was just constantly just having stomach problems and really didn't know why he was having these problems. So I was able to help him to identify certain foods in his diet, and he was able to take them out, and he was able to heal a lot of the gut problems that he had.
And my stomach used to hurt every time that I ate anything, and I've come a long way. And it does take a while to heal your gut, and this was what, over 2 years now. That 3 years ago I found out that gluten bothered me. So and everybody can be different. Everybody can be different.
Don, how many acres do we have set aside for our garden? Our garden is not even quite a full acre. I think I had it was either a third. I think it was a third when I measured everything out last. My plan is not to have a really big garden, but a garden that I can manage well and make it very efficient. I learned a lot from Curtis Stone and making sure that you have good infrastructure and that you're able to manage things well. I don't want to grow it to a rate that things aren't managed well. And I hope that answers what you were looking for.
I don't know. What else do you want to talk about?
Any other questions? Let's see here.
Oh,
Tuba
hey,
Dillon, hello!
Dylan.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey.
Hope you're having a good evening. Hope everyone's doing well at your house.
Tell JoJo and Landon and Toby hey for us.
I think we've had a couple of new people join us. So one of the things that we're doing with this live Q&A here is the main focus here is on the Kickstarter, the Sustainable Health Series that we're launching, with the first one being the Volume 1, the Sustainable Diet. If any of you have questions on that, I hope that most of you have at least seen it. If you haven't, please check it out. I don't think we have the link here, but in our last vlog that we did, the best garden so far, that you can find the link there. It is also in our trailer video. Please check it out and let us know if you have any questions right now. But the questions don't have to be specific for that right now. You can ask us questions about the vlog. You can ask us questions about the farm. We'll answer most questions on the family as well. So, fire away!
Anything else you want to know about us? We're not that interesting. Hello Kitty.
Well, we have one Hello Kitty fan in the house. It ain't me, I'll tell you that. I don't dislike it, but you probably can guess whose it is.
Well, let's see. How did we meet? We met through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
We talked on the phone one night, and we had planned to go out the next night as a group of people. And on the phone, I thought, this is not gonna go well. I just knew it. He hardly said anything on the phone, and I'm a talker, as you can tell. And so we went out as a group the next night, and then the next night we went out just by ourselves, and we've been together since. And September will be 15 years since we met.
Yeah, I'm not a big phone person. I don't like talking on the phone. I'll do okay in person, but I'm a get to the point guy, so just tell me what I need to do and I'll do it.
And as far as our other kids, I'm looking at them right now. They should be in the bed asleep, but that doesn't always happen.
I think Josiah thinks he's a ninja right now. He's trying to peek around and see what we're doing, but he's supposed to be in the bed.
He thinks we can't see him, but he's thirsty.
Get you some water, okay?
I see Selah's head popping up now.
Alrighty. Silver Moon Acres, you're get to the point person too. There we go.
Tell him you're on live TV.
You're on live TV, Josiah. You know that? So no streaking. Micah agrees.
Say hey. Can you say hey? That's one of your words. Huh? Can you
That,
say
Mama
hey?
T, that is a very good question. How long did I compete in natural bodybuilding? I trained for bodybuilding for a while. Probably about 7, 8 years or so, but I competed. I did competition for 5 years straight, and there was a couple times I did multiple shows in a year. But I would say I kind of began developing concepts for a sustainable diet then. One of the big things with bodybuilding, especially at that time, and I think they're somewhat getting over it now, is they really discourage you from eating like fruits, and vegetables were kind of starting to go, but the main focus was protein. Yeah. People, some of the people that were coaching me at the time and other bodybuilders were saying, no, you need to eat like 10 to 12 eggs for breakfast and 6 chicken breasts a day. And that is not sustainable at all. Especially when I got into farming, I began to see that. How in the world could you can't raise that many animals if you're trying to feed your family and you're eating 6 chicken breasts a day, and if everybody's eating 6 chicken breasts a day, you're gonna kill all your animals. You wouldn't have anything left. They don't reproduce that fast. So that was some of the things that I was starting to see is that is not a sustainable diet, and as Americans we don't practice sustainable practices in our own diet. So we've kind of gotten skewed. As a result, we've got into some of the farming practices that we've have, as far as the CAFOs and cows raised no grass, just because they have to be raised that way just to keep up with the demand from the population of wanting so much meat. And I'm not against meat, but I think we consume too much. I kind of got it rambling there for a minute, so I apologize. What are the best 3 organic vegetables that can grow to lower blood sugar?
Sweet potatoes.
As far as the best vegetables to eat to lower blood sugar is, let's see here. I definitely would say, and this is kind of more of a general answer for one of them, is making sure you have enough green leafy vegetables in your diet. I think, and I really recommend that as part of a sustainable diet, you need to have greens in at least 3 of your meals. And those greens can be kale, they could be salad greens, but those greens, they're coming with fiber, and they're also helping your body to stabilize sugar. But you're also getting chlorophyll that helps cleanse your body and keep your blood cleansed. So that would be, I guess that could be answer 3 of them, but that would be, I would say 1, to make sure you have greens in. And I would also say that you would want to make sure you get, and this, when you do eat, that's another thing is, in our country we eat too much grains. I would say meat and grains is something that we overconsume, and that does affect your sugar levels as well. So when you do eat your grains, make sure that they're quality grains, and
like your ancient grains.
Like your ancient grains. And earlier I mentioned about quinoa, millet. I'm really big on oat bran. It's even more fibrous than oatmeal. So those would be some of the things that I would do. Let me think of one more item I'd give you.
Baby. Say hey again.
Single Man, glad to have you. Thank you for continuing to follow us on YouTube. We appreciate your comments.
Yes.
Glad you joined us this evening. And for those of you who just joined us, we're doing this Q&A for the Kickstarter that we have launched, the Sustainable Diet. In the Sustainable Diet, we're also offering the Jumpstart program as a bonus. We're also offering a video course that we're doing with Justin Rose, the permaculture chicken guy, and also AJ Allmendinger, the NASCAR driver, Wendy Jordan, and we hope to get more. I've even been talking to Curtis Stone, and there's a chance that he could also be joining us in that. So, but first we got to make this successful. We really have to reach our goal for any of it to happen. I really want to help people with their diets, and I've really been trying to merge my background in the health and fitness as well as farming and bring it together. That way we can help people on both fronts create a more sustainable diet for you as individuals and for the environment.
Yes, Dylan, that would be a bad idea. White rice and King's Hawaiian bread every day. Let me make sure.
Well, we have one kid that wants to keep playing in the dog's bowl, and that may be what's happening right now. So that's where Lacie had to go.
He puts everything in the dog's water.
Dog bowl is very interesting. Fiber is your friend. Just plain Don, you are right. Fiber is your friend.
Bananas.
Banana.
Okay. Are you still hungry?
Any more questions?
Did you eat all that?
We'll probably go a few more minutes, maybe another 10 minutes or so. So feel free to ask some questions.
Give me that spoon.
It's time for Micah to eat again.
He doesn't stop eating.
Takes after his dad. I have fast metabolism and I feel like I'm eating all the time. So if any of you see me eating a lot, it's because I have fast metabolism.
And he really used to eat a lot. Whenever he was bodybuilding, he ate. I would cook chicken and chicken and chicken and rice and sweet potatoes and.
Some of you may think that I'm exaggerating when I talked about the 6 chicken breasts a day. That is not exaggeration. That is true.
No, that's not anywhere near an exaggeration. He used to eat so much. We went out on a date one night when we first started dating. Like, maybe we'd been dating a year. We went to Pizza Hut. This is before we cleaned up our diet a lot. And we ordered a large pizza, or whatever the biggest one you can order. I ate 2 pieces. He ate the rest. Like, all of it. There was none to take home. He can eat a lot.
Silver Moon Acres asks, what is my top weight loss advice? My top weight loss advice would be to get on a diet that works for you. One of the things that I told people when I was doing bodybuilding is there was no way I could step on stage if I didn't have the diet right. I think diet is about 80% of the success, whether it be of your health or your weight loss goals. Diet is about 80% of it. So
and within that diet, eat real food.
Yeah.
Don't eat boxed food. Eat real food. Fruits, vegetables, meats, but don't even go and get packaged, prepackaged, hamburger helper, stuff like that. That's not real food.
Yep, and those are the concepts that I'll be explaining and plan to explain in the Sustainable Health Series Volume 1, the Sustainable Diet, to talk about how to eat real food. Most people, I find that, and definitely in my experience of training people, a lot of people want to eat healthy. Once they get to the point of having these goals of, hey, I'm going to do something about my health, I'm going to clean up my diet, I'm going to lose some weight, so such and such, but they really don't know how. So I put this material together to kind of show people how to do these things, how to shop at the grocery store. I plan to do a video grocery store tour of actually trying to show you how you need to navigate around the grocery store to purchase the food that you need to purchase to promote health. I forgot what the question was. I hope I answered it, whatever it was. Yes, Don, muscle does burn fat. So in conjunction with getting on the right diet, once you get your diet down and start exercising and start developing muscle will be your friend as well as fiber, and it will help you to lose weight. You know what the plan is if we are successful with this first volume, the Sustainable Diet, I would like to do a follow-up, a volume 2, to talk about sustainable fitness. But we'll see where this first volume goes.
He's been eating all lean meats. You're right, Dylan. Don't do that. He'll buy everything. But you also want to make sure, even Silver Moon Acres, he's eating a lot of lean meats. You also want to make sure that he is getting really good healthy fats too, because fats are a very important part of your diet. When I was on the Jump Start, and I continue to still eat that way, but I could definitely tell in the middle of the day whenever I wasn't getting enough fats, because I would get kind of groggy, get a brain fog, and it was hard to think straight. So you want to make sure you get your good fats, like avocado is a wonderful source of good fat, coconut oil, flax seeds are great, even chia seeds. All those are great, good fats to use.
Silver Moon Acres, you brought up something interesting in talking about the diet that your husband is on, I believe. I have found that those diets work when you're getting those high protein for losing weight, but I really don't think it's sustainable. There's other ways and other things you can do to be on a more sustainable diet that you will actually lose weight. I just don't think high amounts of protein is the way to go. Since I've kind of been done with bodybuilding, I haven't been eating the high proteins. I've been eating a more balanced and sustainable diet. And you know what? I've kept the muscle that I had before. I may not have the volume because my training is different. I'm doing, I guess when you're doing farming, it's more of a cross training. It's not bodybuilding. But you really don't have to have these Atkins type, bodybuilding type, high protein diets. I think they're fad diets that are not sustainable. I just don't.
And our team of editors, you're meeting the team right here, Dylan. 1, 2, that's it.
Yep. So if you see typos or anything, just let us know. We'll try to fix it. Let's see here. Dylan also brought up another thing about don't go grocery shopping after a fast. Whenever you're hungry, that's a bad time to go to the grocery store. You're going to be getting all the quick junk food that you shouldn't be eating. Best to plan it out. So we need to plan. We need to plan more as far as our diets go, and we need to get in the kitchen and we need to cook and prepare more. So
and he's a planner for sure.
Yeah.
On a vegan diet, I don't think that's sustainable either.
The sustainable diet is one that vegans can go on as well, but it's not exclusive for vegans. If you eat meat, the sustainable diet is for you. So I'm giving you options in that. The sustainable diet, the principle, what I plan to provide you is principles of how to eat well. Because most people really don't know the principles involved of how to eat. So they're all over the place with their diets. One month they're doing this, another month they're doing that. I'm just going to, the goal with the sustainable diet is to teach you the principles as well as provide you with detailed meal plans on how to eat healthy.
But I think they're asking like what we think about a vegan.
As far as my personal opinions about a vegan diet, I'm not going to necessarily go there. It all depends on where you are.
Yeah. But it's still hard.
I'm going to say it's harder to get some nutrients, and but you have to make that decision for yourself. I'm not going to bash somebody for deciding on what to do with that. But if you are pursuing a vegan diet, I still feel that you can be successful on the sustainable diet, and it can help you. Yes, one of the points that I have, Mama T, you said there's 7 of you, is I plan to have detailed plans on where you are as far as your budget. We've been on a budget. We know other people who've been on a budget. It's to help you come up with plans and different, basically, levels of how you can purchase affordable food for where you are in your budget. So, Mama T, I hope that answered your question, because you definitely can still do a sustainable diet with kids. But you first need to learn the principles that there are, the principles of eating well, so that way you can make better decisions. One thing to make make healthy eating more affordable is go back to what I just said a few minutes ago. Eat less meat. If you eat more fibrous foods, you're not going to be as hungry. You're not going to be craving meat as much.
And if you're getting those good fats in too, you won't eat as much either. You will fill up faster and stay. You won't you won't get as hungry as fast either. You'll be satiated. Yeah, satiated.
Many Americans, they're going to, they get meat for breakfast in the morning. They have their sausage biscuit or whatever, and then they have a bunch of meat again at lunchtime when they go out to Applebee's or whatever, and then they're having meat again for dinner.
And grains
yes.
too. That's another thing.
So for years backwards, you need to eat more of your greens. If you look around the earth, it's mostly green. It's green for a reason. We need to eat mostly greens, and then also be bringing in your fruits and kind of break it down from that. So those are some principles that I also plan to teach in a sustainable diet. Vache, hello. How you doing, sir? Vache, thank you for joining us. Vache has already decided to, say V. Conley, has already decided to become a backup. Are you still hungry?
Okay. Sorry. Again.
So just another minute or two, so if you have any final questions, let us know. Somebody sleepy?
And cranky. See,
Yep.
this is the stuff we don't show you in the vlog. We don't show you the velociraptor. That's what he sounds like.
Yeah, we try to keep it positive on the vlog for the most part, but sometimes there's crying going on behind the scenes that you don't see, whether it be Micah or me.
Yeah. Was that funny? Was that funny? Oh no.
Still out there.
Yeah. Refresh that. Sorry, our internet is not.
All right.
Again. Maybe it
Still going on.
yeah.
All right, well, we're having connection troubles again. I hope that you all enjoyed this live Q&A with Mike and Lacie and Micah.
Woo.
So we'll plan to maybe do another one sometime soon. I hope you all have a good evening. Thanks for joining us. See ya next time.
Bye, guys.